Hello, and welcome to the TechHub.training XL Little Chicken Challenge. In this challenge, your friend Tom has asked you to do some simple computations for him to figure out some of his total sales and expenses, and so I'll be showing you just the basic formulas of how to accomplish those things. So here we have two columns of data that have been given to us by Tom. We have the chickens sold, which is the total amount of quantity of each sale of chicken. So each unit of chicken sold is a piece of chicken. And then we have the drinks given, which is the number of bottles that are given with each order. So from looking at the data, we can see that there are 200 rows of data of sales, and we know that there are a lot of blanks, as you can see here. So at about row 100, we start to get some drinks given. We know that the period of time where no drinks are given is the period before Tom had purchased a mini fridge, and so we can count any of these chicken sales from cell A102 down as the before period for the drinks. So if I just go to the top and I'll just scroll in a little bit so you can see a bit better, we know that we want to get the total sales and the total expenses, and then we're going to use those two numbers to create our net income. And we're also interested in the before period and the after period. I might go ahead and make those bold. So we know that for total sales, we're interested in getting the total amount of chicken that has been sold. So the unit price for one piece of chicken is $3.99. So what we're going to do in this cell is we're going to start by doing an equals, and then we're going to use the sum function. And we're interested in the chicken that is before the mini fridge, so we know that the drinks given is going to be 0. So if I just control down to the last cell in the drinks given, I can see from here, cell A102 down, if I just press Control Shift down, it will select all of those values. And I can close the parentheses and times that by 3.99, which is the selling price. I press Enter, and I'm going to get a value there. I'm going to go ahead and change all of these to accounting, just so it looks like a number, a currency value. And then I am going to do the same for the after period. So I'm going to equal sum. And then for this period, I'm going to want the same section, but from cells 2 to I think it was about 100. But the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to select the drinks given section because I know that that is going to be the total after period, and then I can just take my cursor and I can just drag that over so that I'm selecting the correct period. See, then close that parentheses and times that by the 3.99. And I'm going to have my monetary value for total of sales. Now for the total expenses, I think I'm actually going to separate these out. I'm going to separate them into two values. So I'm going to have the chicken expense, and then I'm going to have the drinks expense. And I'll probably come over here and just indent those a little bit, just resize my column. And so for the chicken expense, that's going to be the value of the cost of goods sold for the chicken. So we know that Tom purchases his chicken for 99 cents. So we're going to do the same thing as the total sales, and then we're going to multiply it by 99 cents instead of the 3.99 cents. So what we can actually do is we can actually just copy, if I go ahead and make these cells absolute, so if I select that and press F4 on a Windows computer, just to add those dollar signs to make them absolute, then I can go ahead and I can select those and just copy them down. And then I can change this value to just 99 cents. And because this is an expense, I actually might go ahead and just change those to negative so that they look like outflows of cash. Now for the drinks expense section, we know before, the before period is before Tom had purchased the mini fridge, so there was no drinks expense. So for the before period, we can simply just put a 0. But for the drinks expense section, we're going to be following a similar pattern where we just get the sum of those drinks given, and we can times that by the cost of purchasing the drinks, which I believe is 1.59 or $1.59. And then we should have the value. Oh, I forgot to make it an outflow. Just throw in a negative sign there. And from here we can then calculate the total expenses. So here we can just add both cells, or I can just do another sum for the expenses. Just drag that over. And here we have the total expenses for the before and the after period. Now we can calculate our net income, and our net income is simply going to be a total sales plus our total expenses. I guess I could have just done the sum function. I'll do that again, and just here and here. I can drag that across, and there you have it. If I just add a little bit of formatting, I guess I can throw in maybe some top and bottom border lines so we can see that that's the net income. But from here we can see that the after period is more profitable, and it's a pretty quick and easy challenge. It's a very simple way to do in Excel. Thank you for watching.